some Mexican that is looking for black people to be in solidarity with you during these ICE protests, you need to look somewhere else, because this black person is not in solidarity with you. I, in fact, love this country. I love America. I fought to defend America. I will continue to protect and defend America. And all of the Mexicans that are talking about, oh, well, why aren't black people helping us? They should be helping us with all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. These are the same people that are waving the Mexican flag, that are burning the American flag. And by the way, these are the same people that don't really care about black people all that much. They just want to use us for solidarity, and they want to use us to push their agendas when it is convenient for them. So to all of you, I have to say, if you want solidarity with black people, you need to go find it somewhere else, because this black person is not here for it. It's a lot of black people that do not care about any of this stuff that's going on right now, because when you come into this country illegally, the first place that you come to is black communities. The first place that you come to is black communities. You overwhelm our schools. You overwhelm our resources. You act super entitled. And now that ICE is rightfully kicking you out, you want some solidarity and some help from us? Nah.
Notice how mad the Mexicans are because I told them other Latinos to sit back or whatever the case may be. Remember Puerto Ricans was lazy. Mexicans, y'all work the hardest. Y'all do all this crazy shit. Bro, y'all got it. Y'all work the hardest. Work hard on that ICE situation. Y'all got this. Don't wrap other Latinos in this. And the reason why I say this is because, in my opinion, Mexicans the most racist. That's it. Against black people, against all other people, and Asians too.
Talking about some black people, why you not helping us? You crazy as hell. Because last time I checked, every time we went through something, we went through that bitch our damn selves. Slavery, where the fuck y'all was at? Last time I checked, we freed our damn selves. Yeah, that's right. Slavery ended because the war down here in Florida with a group called the Florida Seminole Wars that was black runaways, Native Americans, and black aboriginals giving Andrew Jackson and the boys hell for 8 years straight. And we ain't asked now nigga for help. How about Jim Crow? Last time I checked, y'all didn't ride for Emmett Till. Where the fuck you was at? What about redlining? What about the fight for reparation? Where the fuck you at? What Future say? Where the fuck you at when a nigga really needs you? Where the fuck you at when a... And we not finna sit here and start acting like y'all fuck with niggas for real. And this goes for you legals, illegals, Mexicans, Caribbeans, Africans, whatever the fuck y'all want to call yourselves. The only reason white people let y'all in this country legally, for the legal ones, is because they knew you would conform to white supremacy as an economic refugee.
And that's probably because Hispanic men are the most subservient, most obedient to white supremacy. Stop begging for opportunities from the black community and create your own. Because are you not embarrassed?
I'm downtown walking around. This is bull. Look what the they did to the Kobe mural down here. How disrespectful can you be? What a joke. Disrespecting the GOAT, man, and his daughter. This is unbelievable.
Black people, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the front of the congregation. All of you black folk that are caping for the illegal migrants. Y'all cool with this? And in fact, when I think about it, wasn't Kobe's daughter half Latina?
Right. So you didn't come here to help a nigga. You didn't come here to support a nigga. You came here for opportunity and benefits. Because in America, there's only two ideologies. Either your ass is pro-black or you conform to white supremacy. And you niggas been conforming to white supremacy. So a nigga don't feel sorry for you no kind of way. Come get y'all.
Watch out, nigga. You know you sucked up. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, you sucked her in the face. Hey, throw a trash can at him! Y'all niggas tweaking! Y'all niggas tweaking! Bro need to give up. That's so tweaking! Yeah. Call you later. Good morning.
Someone asked me if I support the protests that are going on in LA. I 100% do. Please keep going. Burn down your own backyard if you must. You know why? Because this right here is the greatest campaign ad that this side never had to pay for. Y'all motherfuckers out there in Los Angeles throwing a full-blown fucking tantrum. Like y'all just crawled out the Rio Grande, screaming death to America, in a country that gave you the fucking freedom to do that shit. You were born at Kaiser Permanente in Burbank. Stop it. You ain't El Chapo, you're Chris from Pasadena. You ain't cartel born. You were Target born with a Costco membership by age 5. Half you motherfuckers protesting ain't even Mexican. You're American with Mexican heritage. And a tattoo of the Virgin Mary you got on a Vegas bender. Don't get it twisted, I respect the heritage. But flying a foreign flag while shitting on the country that gave you the fucking freedom to do it, that's not pride. You don't even go to fucking Mexico unless it's for spring break in Cancun with a passport you got from the US government. And you won't go live there. Why? Because you like your DoorDash, your 7-Elevens, your air conditioning, and your freedom to scream dumb shit without a cartel rolling up on your motherfucking ass. And let's be honest, ain't nobody screaming death to Mexico while flying an American flag through Guadalajara. You know why? Because that's how you end up in a back alley, starring in Cartel TikTok Season 3. Meanwhile, the rest of America is sitting back watching you block freeways during rush hour, destroying businesses, wearing $300 fucking Jordans, screaming about injustice in the city with the most social programs and diversity hires in the fucking country. Y'all are the political version of throwing a Molotov cocktail at a fucking Prius because you're mad about gas prices. So listen, I'm not mad you're passionate. I'm mad you're dumb. And your dumbass behavior is helping the other side more than a Trump rally in Texas with free brisket. Every time y'all riot, loot, tearing up your own shit, you're just birthing another red voter. So yeah, I support the protest. Keep fucking going. Keep flying flags of countries you ain't got the fucking balls to move to. And shitting on the system that literally gives you the right to shit on it.
Oh, now Haitians are Latino. Do you know how mad you just made me? Now y'all want to claim Haitians as being Latino? And please don't gaslight me. The Latino community holistically has never claimed Haiti as one of their own. And you know that to be true. So now all of a sudden, now I'm a Latino, huh? Y'all been sitting here saying for centuries that we wasn't Latino, but now we Latino all of a sudden. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because what I'm gonna say next will probably get me canceled.
You're running us over, you're shooting us, all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture, we brought it here.
The fact that it's so funny to me that Mexicans cry racism when they practice more racism in Mexico than America practices on anybody.
Okay.
So what a lot of people don't know is that Mexico is border with Guatemala.
Yes.
Okay? We don't let them in. So the same thing that America does to Mexico, we do to Guatemala. Okay? It just, the news is CNN, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, New York Post, they're never gonna show you that. Just so you know, Mexico is extremely racist.
I understand when I say that Mexicans are culturally racist. They think that I'm calling us openly racist. We are culturally racist, and this is how. Part of our culture is to frown upon dark-skinned people. It's been passed down to us by the Spaniards. by our colonizers, by the people that conquered us, taught us that dark skin is inferior, light skin is superior. We were taught that. It was passed down to us, meaning it's part of our culture. We are culturally racist in this aspect. That doesn't mean I go out in the streets and want to hurt black people because they're black.
Right, right.
It means that our teachings, the way we're raised, is that we are raised to subconsciously believe that dark skin is inferior and light skin is superior. Another element in our Mexican culture is Univision News, Univision channel. That channel is run by white Latinos. The ideologies and subliminal teachings that they teach is very similar to Fox News. White supremacist-ish. They make efforts to depict dark-skinned people as criminals, that whenever they even bother sharing news about dark-skinned people is when they do something wrong. But yet, when they want to mention anything that has to do with light-skinned people, specifically white people, is to depict them as them doing good deeds around the world, feeding the homeless, etc. You get it.
Yeah.
My grandmother was visiting one day from Mexico. She's never lived in the United States. She has no idea what life is out here. She was watching Univision News, where they depicted a black American committing a crime. She turned around and said, "Oye, estos negros solo estorban, ¿verdad? Hey, these black folks, all they do is get in the way, huh?" Here's the interesting part. She's never met a black person in her life. She has no idea what it's like to interact with a black person, but yet she already has an opinion about black people as a whole. Why? Because part of our culture, in this particular case, Univision News, since we were children, we have been subliminally taught that blacks are bad, criminals, etc. And whites are good, decent, giving, saviors, etc. We're taught that. Hearing her express such a hateful remark about a people that I knew for a fact she's never even interacted with.
I just did a video about black athletes, media, and observation. This video plays directly off that. So if you haven't watched that, go watch this before, after. It doesn't matter. They match whether you watched the one before the other. It doesn't matter. Once again, connecting dots. That's what I do here. Connect the dots. Now, what is the purpose? Really, to show you all that besides the natural information that you got from it? How do I tie this back to boxing? Well, the man told you culturally what's their problem. Culturally, how they look at things. Culturally, why they are the way that they are. Now, let me ask you a question. If this is the majority of the fan base of a sport that you call boxing, how could you say it's not racist after hearing what that man just said? Because of what he broke down, you now can understand what you see in boxing. You now understand why they love Canelo so much, but reject David Benavidez. Look at Canelo's color. Canelo is a white man with Mexican heritage. So of course, you see why Canelo would be such a big star to them. He fits everything that they like. And most importantly, he has the right kind of skin. That's most importantly. And even Canelo and his team and all of them, they know about this. They know about this. And that's why I tell you, you want to know why Canelo was really pissed in that Triple G rematch? Because people seem to forget. I've done videos bringing it up. Mexicans dropped Canelo for Triple G. You want to know why? Because Triple G was more of a white man. Oh yes, remember Mexicans for Triple G? That's what really pissed Canelo off in that next fight. That, and he didn't fight like a Mexican the
the white Kazakhstani fighter fought more like a Mexican than him? Canelo peeped that. That shows he know how messed up his people is. And now you see why when it comes to boxing, they always siding with the they can't never embrace nobody else. They're conquered people. Now you understand when they commentate why they so biased. Now you understand why the sport is so biased. Because boxing pimps their weakness. Boxing pimps their Stockholm Syndrome mentality is a revenue source. Since they know you hate black people so much, why do you think black and brown matches have historically always done well? Now you know. So boxing is directly tied to life and the outcome in your history and your goods, your bads, and your woes. All that is using to market to create revenue. Okay? Now you can understand why boxing is truly as racist as it is. Not only is sports something to establish supremacy, not only is it used for that, but it's also used to create a pecking order, to reestablish the pecking order. Okay? This is why the Mexicans in life, in America, they feel the same way in boxing. Entitled. You see how they over here burn the American flag, but doing this and doing this, but still enjoying all this and blase splee. Talk about black people, but still soak up the culture. They're entitled. Now you see why they feel entitled to boxing. To cheat, to not have to follow the rules, franchise champion. This is how the Mexican fighter became weak. Okay? The Mexican fighter today does not have the reputation of yesteryears. The Latin fighter is looked at as a coward. He's not looked at, he's been acting like a coward for quite some time. Okay? This is why his reputation is totally ruined. And you could trace all this back to them being conquered by Spaniards. This is why I say I don't like to talk boxing with really nobody, especially a Latino, because most of them haven't done the mental work to decondition themselves of their conqueror's mentality. And yet when I brung this up before any of this shit popped off, before any of this shit, I was wrong. I was this, that, and the third. I was victim mentality. I was the new LDBC member and all that other shit. When the truth is, you guys is more racist than I'm telling you. They make the Ku Klux Klan look like Girl Scouts. And you think the more you show hatred towards us, the more you'll be looked at as Caucasians in the eyes of white Americans. Come on, man. Bruce knows. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. But I put this up because you keep asking for all this fucking help. Let me tell you, you are so much of your conqueror's son that you even strategize like him. Let me tell you why. You're trying to do the same thing to black people that white people did to you when their numbers ran low. They allowed you to assimilate and become white because bigger is better. So they want their numbers to increase. This is how the Italian and the Irishman became white. Before then, they wasn't white. Okay? The white race needed them for their numbers because psychologically, anything is bigger is better. This is why European countries appear better than countries, or should I say continents, that is occupied by melanated people. Even though you could fit all these countries in Africa 13, 14 times. But on the map, Africa's smaller. Because the perception is everything. And since we view everything as bigger and better, they're going to show you this. This is why I say you can't expect people to be honest to you and about your history if they lie about geography. And do you know that line right there? That line that I just said right there. How could you expect them to tell you or be truthful you about anything when they can't be honest with you about geography? They'll even lie about geography. That lets you know they'll lie about everything. Do you know that line right there got my video taken down twice? I bullshit you not. I bullshit you not. I didn't have no videos. I didn't have nothing. It's just a still picture and me talking. And that line saying that you can't trust him and America will never be honest about your situation because they can't even be honest with you about the sizes of countries. So how can they be honest with you about anything else? They took my video down for saying that. Straight up, bro. Straight up. So that's why in the end, bro, I choose this angle and I choose this non-popular way of doing my channel because at the end of the day, the pride, the integrity, and the high that I get off doing it, unless you do it, I can't describe it to you. Okay? It's very liberating. And I got addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Being raw, being real, really saying how I feel, not being scared of nothing, not scared of, oh, you know, they're gonna thumbs down my video, I ain't gonna get subscribers, I ain't gonna grow. Once you can let that go and walk in your truth and speak what you know in your soul is for you to speak, it gives you a high or even an arrogance, but with balance that's like no other. That's why I say I will never stop doing this. You could never get me to sell out. Never. Because I literally can't do it. I literally can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try being an asshole and a fucked up person. I literally can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just a messenger, man. I'm just here to open your mind so you can understand when you watch boxing, all this plays a role. So take it into consideration when you listen to people, when you watch boxing, when you understand commentary, understand how the media works, understand that how they're going to do you. Once you can understand all that, then you can truly get me. Then you can truly love this channel. Then you can truly appreciate me for what I am. Then you can really see what I've been doing this whole time. And you can really see how much I've been actually putting myself out there just to wake you up to the state of seeing things how I see it, because I felt it was very important for everybody to share this view and to have this. You can make a decision whether you care or not, or be one of these motherfuckers that don't care about shit. But I do believe you deserve the option to make a decision whether you want to be an idiot or be about something. And sometimes you guys just don't know. And you can't fix what you don't know. You're not aware of what you don't know. Well, I just made you aware. What you do from beyond here speaks to your character. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.